Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Monday, September 16th, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I sincerely hope you folks enjoyed your weekend, and I sincerely hope you folks had a truly blessed and wonderful Monday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Tuesday, the remainder of this week, the upcoming weekend, and on to the start of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here on this Monday night as we begin to fresh another new week with my featured National Day holiday from my National Day calendar segment. Now, of course, today was National Play-Doh Day. How many of you remember playing with Play-Doh? How many of you remember playing with Play-Doh when you were a child? I know I did. I constantly played with it so much, especially when I was in elementary school. That was like my thing. But I had a lot of fun playing with Play-Doh. On this day, National Play-Doh Day recognizes a child's modeling day. However, before it found its way to the craft shelf, Play-Doh had more practical uses. So there's much information about Play-Doh and Get Your Sculpt. So, of course, I'm going to share quite a bit of information about Play-Doh and get your sculpting creativity going as well. Play-Doh inventor. Joe McVicker of Cincinnati, Ohio, sold it initially as a wallpaper cleaner. When his father died in 1949, his mother promptly hired him and his brother-in-law to help him with the family business, Coptoil Products Company. Right about that time, oil furnaces began replacing coal-burning furnaces. It wasn't long before the wallpaper cleaner sales dwindled. In 1955, McVicker began testing the cleaner as a modeling clay in classrooms and daycares for students. Seeing the product worked, he named it Play-Doh, and he went into business with his uncle under the name of the Rainbow Crafts Company a year later. To protect their new product, McVicker filed for a patent in 1958. However, the patent wasn't approved until January 26, 1965. By then, General Mills had purchased the company. At first, Rainbow Crafts Company offered only one color, white, but soon red, blue, and yellow followed. The company sold them by the gallon. Once again, they modified their offerings, and 11-ounce sizes were offered. Around the same time that McVicker was testing Play-Doh, a new children's television show began broadcasting on CBS. Bob Keeshan played the role of Captain Kangaroo. While Play-Doh's sales were nice, they weren't spectacular. McVicker had an idea. He asked Captain Kangaroo to promote his modeling clay on the show. The children's television show host agreed, and the children's iconic modeling clay took off. In 1998, the Toy Hall of Fame inducted Play-Doh into its hallowed halls. So did y'all start off this week on this Monday to observe? Go find a can of Play-Doh and let your imagination run wild. Share your best creations or invite your children to join you in a creative marathon. Challenge each other to create new and unique sculptures. Use hashtag National Play-Doh Day to post on social media. Since 2006, the company Hasbro has recognized National Play-Doh Day. Play-Doh is not edible, but most brands Play-Doh, however you spell it, and other sculpting doughs for children are non-toxic and unlikely to cause anything worse than a minor upset tummy if small amounts are eaten. If you do have concerns, contact Poison Control or your physician. Also follow the label for the age range for playing with the dough, and always supervise children as they play. And remember, if you or your children, if your children are ever playing Play-Doh, whether as a homework assignment, if you and your kids are playing with Play-Doh, whether or not for fun or for educational purposes, remind them to wash their hands before and after they touch the product. there are, and yes, of course, there are recipes for edible Play-Doh. I remember playing with it, so just monitor your children as they play with Play-Doh. I'm gonna be also today was also National Guacamole Day. On this day, National Guacamole Day brings fresh flavors together for the perfect celebration. Avocados shine as the star of this dip. Lime juice, tomatoes, onion, and seasonings make guacamole a guilt-free addition to any snack or meal. Since avocados fall under the superfood category, feel free to indulge. Expect the flavorful dip packed of full. Since avocados fall under the superfood category, feel free to indulge. Expect a flavorful dip packed full of good fats and nutrients, along with the fresh taste of lime and hint of spice. It is easy to make too. Take it to work or use it for a party dish. Guacamole is also versatile. For example, as it is a topping on a quesadilla, or even added to a salad. You can even spread it on your morning toast. Of course, the simplest ways to enjoy it is by dipping your favorite tortilla chip. Guacamole originated with the Aztecs in Mexico and made its way into American cuisine as a dip, condiment, and salad ingredient. Using a mortar and pestle, mash strip avocados and then mixing in sea salt. Beyond the basic ingredients, you can also add hot sauce, yogurt, or other seasonings. If a celebration calls for spicier guacamole, add jalapenos, chilies, cumin, or red pepper. Mix up your favorite recipe for guacamole. Go to your favorite restaurant and order some fresh guacamole. While there, give a shout out to the restaurants with the best guacamole around. Be sure to invite friends to join you. So, if you don't do it with friends, then what's the point of celebrating if you're not doing it with friends? I mean, there's no law says you have to do it with friends. Sometimes you can do it alone. It's whatever mood you're in. So it is a relation to avocado. So besides today, along with National Play-Doh Day and National Guacamole Day, today also was National Working Parents Day, National Step Family Day, National Cinnamon Raisin Bread Day. Also today was Mayflower Day. Also, in addition to this list, today was Mexican Independence Day. So those are the following from the National Day calendar here on this 16th day of September 2024, Monday. Now let's get into the following famous people, notable people famous for us that celebrated a birthday on this day. Today, TV actor Chase Stokes turns 32. Pop singer Nick Jonas turns 32. TV actress Alexis Bledel turns 43. TV actress Alexis Bledel turns 43. R&B singer Joji turns 31. Music producer Metro Boomin turns 31. Dancer Gleb Sevchenko turns 41. Rapper Flo Rida, best known for his low, getting low. Shot hit the flow, you getting low. Rapper Flo Rida today turns 45. Also, TV actress Amy Poehler turns 53. Esport TV actor Ian Harding turns 38. Pop singer Mark Anthony turns 56. Movie actress Jennifer Tilly turns 66. Movie actress Kyla Pratt turns 38. TV actress Piper Rubio turns 9. TV actor Ed Begley Jr. turns 75. R&B singer Marcus T. Gray turns 43. And today we remember legendary guitarist B.B. King, as he would have turned 99 years old on this day. Also, TV actress Amy Lee Hickman turns 27. Reality star Heather Young turns 37. Model Shannon Rose turns 39. Also, basketball player Aaron Gordon turns 29 on this day. So those are your following famous Americans that have celebrated a birthday on today's date, September 16th. And now, of course, and sadly, before I get to my weather segment, I want to talk to you guys about a famous musician, famous R&B singer who tragically has a famous legendary singer. He was a member of the Jacksons. I'm going to make this real brief to you guys. And of course, tonight I'm going to talk to you guys about Tito Jackson. Toriano Adero Tito Jackson, born Toriano Adero Jackson, better known to all of us as Tito Jackson, was an American musician. He was a founding member of the Jackson 5, later known as the Jacksons, who rose to fame in the late 1960s and 1970s with the Motown label, and later had continued success with the group on the Epic label in the late 1970s and 1980s. Tito began a solo career in 2003 performing as a blues musician. Throughout his career, he was nominated for 3 Grammy Awards and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the Jackson 5. Jackson, along with his siblings, was born at St. Mary's Mercy Hospital in Gary, Indiana, on October 15, 1953. He was the third of 10 children of the Jackson family. Rebby, Jackie, Jermaine, LaToya, Marlon, Brandon, Michael, Randy, and Janet, who lived in a 2-bedroom house in Gary. His father, Joseph, was a steel mill worker and played R&B in a band, the Falcons, with his brother Luther. His mother, Catherine, is a Jehovah's Witness. She played the piano and the clarinet. At 10 years of age, Tito was caught playing his father's guitar after he broke a string. Excuse me. After fixing the string, I don't know why this part tickles me. Probably because watching the Jackson's American Dream from many years ago, back when I was younger. After fixing the string, Joe demanded that he play for him. Once he was finished, I don't know why. Once he was finished, Joe bought him his own guitar and convinced. I don't know why that part makes me laugh. Probably from watching the documentary series from years ago. After fixing the string, at 10 years of age, Tito was caught playing his father's guitar after he broke a string. After fixing the string, Joe demanded that he play for him. Once he was finished, Joe bought him his own guitar and convinced Tito, Jackie, and Jermaine to form a singing group. He was impressed with the vocals of Jackie and Jermaine. By 1964, Marlon and Michael both joined the group, the Jacksons. I know I don't laugh very often in my Facebook Live videos, but this, I guess, after I've had fond memories of watching it. I guess after watch the documentary series, The Jackson's American Dream, to pay respects to Tito. By 1964, Marlon and Michael both joined the group, the Jackson 5. Okay. By 1964, Marlon and Michael both joined the group, the Jackson 5, after Catherine discovered that they could sing. Catherine is a country and western fan, and she sang harmonies with her sons. Before Motown signed them, the brothers spent years Before Motown signed them, the brothers spent years rehearsing at home. After school, they rehearsed for hours, played a gig, did homework, and went to bed. are a busy family. Now, no, I did not mean to laugh at this. In June of 1972, Tito Jackson married Dolores Didi Martes at the age of 18, and the couple divorced in 1988. In 1994, Martes was found deceased floating in a swimming pool. The death was originally ruled accidental. Later, Los Angeles businessman Donald Bohanna was charged with and in 1998 found guilty of second-degree murder. The couple had three sons, Tajay, Taro, and TJ, who comprised the R&B pop group 3T. Jackson had nine grandchildren. Michael Jackson's memorial service was held at Staples Center on Tuesday, July 7, 2009 in Los Angeles. To honor him, Tito and his brothers Marlon, Jackie, Jermaine, and Randy Jackson served as pallbearers, each wearing a single spangly white glove and sunglasses. On the 12th anniversary of Michael's passing, Jackson turned into Michael's music in remembrance that he told Manchester Evening News in a 2021 interview. In the interview, Jackson said that because of his brother's passing, the month of June was difficult to deal with. He also defended his brother from allegations levied against him. Here's what led to his death. I know I won't laugh at this part. On Sunday, September 15, 2024, which is yesterday's date, Jackson suffered a heart attack and died at the age of 70 in Gallup, New Mexico. Jackson was on a road trip with his business partner Terry Harvey to transport Jackson's antique cars from California to his new residence in Claremore, Oklahoma, where he began sweating and complaining of chest pains. Gallup police stated that they were alerted to Jackson being in need of medical attention near a mall before he was taken by an ambulance to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. So he will forever be. So Tito Jackson, to all the Jackson family, our condolences, thoughts and prayers go out to the remainder of the Jackson family. You know, he had lost his brother, whom we all become familiar with, 15 years ago. 15 years later, one of the brothers of the Jacksons and remaining members of the Jacksons that are still surviving, our condolences, thoughts, and prayers go out to the entire family and colleagues, families, and friends of Tito Jackson. Once again, Tito Jackson lived to be 70 years old exactly 1 month prior to his 71st birthday. Again, I just thought I'd give you some info about in regards to Tito Jackson. He was a member of the R&B with the Jackson 5, later known as the Jacksons. Condolences go out to him. And now let's get into it with your weather. And of course, I do have some good news. I also have some not so good news about your weather. Now, here's what you may or may not want to hear. So, excuse me. Fall is approaching, but hot temperatures are not done. Unfortunately, we're not done. We're not quite done with the heat just yet. Even though climatological fall is approaching, fall is approaching, but hot temperatures are not done. Climatological fall is just around the corner, September 22nd. That's next Sunday, but above normal temperatures should be building back later this week and should continue into next week across northeast Texas, southeast Oklahoma, southwest Arkansas, and northwest Louisiana. Expect high temperatures well into the 90s, especially over western portions of the four-state region. Even though climatological fall is approaching, more hot temperatures are in store for the four-state region later this week into next week. So technically speaking, we are not done with summer yet. Summer is not a done deal just yet. Most of the isolated to scattered showers around portions of the region will diminish. Most of the isolated to scattered showers around portions of the region will be diminishing this evening, and any rain amount should be light. Expect near average temperatures tonight with readings by dawn Tuesday ranging from the upper 60s to lower 70s. Partly to mostly cloudy skies tomorrow should hold temperatures at least a little below average, with readings by mid to late afternoon generally in the mid 80s. Now here are your averages and records for this day. 90 degrees is our normal high temperature. Today is like one of the last days we tend to see 90 degrees as a normal high temperature. 90 is our normal high temperature. 67 is our normal low temperature. Record high is 103 set on this day back in 1980. 47 degrees is a record low set on this day back in 1881. And we're not experiencing any watches or warnings here on this Monday night. And of course, mainly all is quiet across, except one spotty shower just southeast of the Monroe metro area in northeast Louisiana. Just small. Otherwise, much of the remainder of the four-state region is basically quiet without basically quiet with not a drop of rain to be found anywhere in sight. And what you see here on the regional radar is this is like these spotty showers along the Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama Gulf Coast. And of course, some of this could be left over from the remnants of Francine last week. And of course, you see the heaviest showers across. This is like the leftover. This is what could be Tropical Depression 8. And of course, could be another tropical depression in portions of eastern Kentucky, southwestern West Virginia, western Virginia, northeast Tennessee, and northwest North Carolina, and also a portion of the Florida Gulf Coast here. So that's where the vast majority of the rain is going to be found, and thanks to that disturbance from Tropical Depression 8. And of course, now once again here in Shreveport, we've been stuck underneath lots of clouds and very little sunshine from time to time. But so far, despite the clouds around, despite clouds around today, we did not receive any rain. But however, with clouds around, that's what helped to keep our temperatures held down a few degrees. So because we've seen we've seen a week now. Of course, it was a little bit humid, but not too likely unbearable. But it's a little bit humid and muggy at times, but not too unbearable. But thanks to persistent cloudiness throughout the good portion of the day. Now we managed to see a few breaks in the clouds, giving way to some sunshine towards the afternoon hours. That's what helped warm us up. But because of the cloudiness, that's what kept our high temperatures out of the 90s. So that's why both yesterday and today we did not see a high temperature reaching the low 90s. Instead, with clouds around during the day, with clouds around, the humidity around, and it seeming like we want. Now, despite the cloudiness, we did not receive any rain, but persistent cloudiness held our temperatures in the mid to upper 80s today. Shreveport, if I'm not mistaken, Shreveport had a high temperature of 87 degrees earlier today. But get yourselves prepared for much warmer temperatures. And so what I have in the forecast, we have much warmer weather. It looks like we could be experiencing a taste of summer. And of course, in the rainfall department, I'll explain more in a few minutes when I get to the forecast. Temperature outside on this Monday night, 79 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Winds are calm. Humidity is 84%. Dew point is 73 degrees. That's what gives a feels like temperature. The heat index 83 degrees. That's what it feels like outside. Very much pressure. Okay, temperature outside on this Monday night is 79 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Winds are calm. Humidity is 84%. Dew point is 73 degrees. That's what the feels like temperature. The heat index is 83 degrees. So it's a little humid and a little muggy outside tonight. It's a little muggy and humid out there. It's a little muggy and humid out there tonight. So it definitely does feel like a summer evening. It doesn't feel anything like fall just yet. Heavy rainfall and flooding potential in Virginia. Strong to severe storms in the high plains. There's a slight risk for excessive rainfall level 2. There's a slight risk for excessive rainfall level 2 or 4 Tuesday. There's a slight risk for excessive rainfall Tuesday across central. There's a slight risk for excessive rainfall. That's level 2 out of 4 Tuesday across central and southeastern Virginia as the remnants of potential tropical cyclone 8 moves northward. Flash and urban flooding is also as possible. Strong severe thunderstorms are expected across the high plains and portions of the central plains Tuesday. The primary threats will be severe wind gusts and large hail. At least a portion of our country could be experiencing a few shower of some storms. So here's the latest in the tropics. We still have tropical depression, tropical storm Gordon, and also we have the potential tropical cyclone 8, another tropical system. So Gordon has since weakened back to a tropical depression. On Thursday of last week, Wednesday of last week, the National Hurricane Center noted that on Wednesday of last week, the National Hurricane Center noted an area with the potential for on Wednesday of last week, the National Hurricane Center noted an area with the potential of tropical cyclone development of the U.S. East Coast. A non-tropical area of low pressure formed on Saturday. The next day, which would be Sunday, September 15th, that was yesterday, an Air Force Hurricane Hunter aircraft on Sunday, September 15th, yesterday, an Air Force Hurricane, the following day which would be Sunday, yesterday, the following that would be yesterday, Sunday, September 15th, an Air Force Hurricane Hunter aircraft found that the system had possessed a broad low-level circulation center and was generating deep convections over and around the center. It also found that the system was in the process of separating from its frontal characteristics due to the increasing likelihood of the system gaining tropical characteristics and its proximity to the coastal South Carolina. The National Hurricane Center designated the system potential tropical cyclone 8 on Sunday. Also, a tropical storm warning was issued from Edisto Beach, South Carolina to Ocracoke Inlet, North Carolina. The system did not attain tropical characteristics as it approached northeastern South Carolina the following afternoon. That will be today. And its sustained winds fell below tropical storm force. Consequently, the tropical storm warnings for the Carolinas were discontinued. The final National Hurricane Center advisory earlier today. So, and of course, this would be the system that will receive the name Helena. But we still have Gordon out in the tropics. So I'm gonna give you guys an exclusive update here. And I don't have much time. Now here's the very latest on Tropical Depression Gordon. Currently, Tropical Depression. So here's the very latest on Tropical Depression Gordon. Tropical Depression Gordon is currently located approximately 935 miles from the northern Leeward Islands. Its maximum sustained winds are 35 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. This system is moving from the west at 8 miles per hour, and barometric pressure is at 29.71 inches of mercury. So this is the very latest with Tropical Depression Gordon. And of course, potential Tropical Depression 8. So it did not receive enough characteristics to have received the name Helene. I forgot the name. The name would be Helene and not Helena. It would receive the name Helene. That would be the 8th named storm of the season. So, besides that, so other than that, I'm gonna get on. Let's talk about. So that's where some. So of course, here locally, the clouds and the spotty showers are coming from the very last of the remnants of Francine, and it looks like, and of course, it looks like we could have that feature around our area at least one more day. So tonight, we're expecting a couple showers around this evening during overnight hours. As we move into the overnight hours, I know it's 9 minutes to midnight. Otherwise, it will be mostly cloudy and humid tonight. With the low temperature 73 degrees. Tomorrow, it will be partly cloudy and humid. He was safe and small chance of a stray shower, thunderstorm or two, but I'm not counting on expecting anything much. It said we'll have the continuation of the clouds and sun mix similar to what we experienced today. With high temperatures just slightly below normal. With the high temperature of 88 degrees to the northeast wind at 7 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20% or less, so I'm not expecting much of anything to form. So here's what could be expecting overnight hours tonight. Expect a couple showers around midnight tonight. Otherwise, we'll keep plenty of clouds around that will hold temperatures up overnight, with lows generally in the mid 70s. We will start off tomorrow morning, Tuesday, with the temperature 73 degrees around 6 a.m. 9 a.m. tomorrow with partly cloudy skies. We should be up to 76 degrees. Noon tomorrow with partly cloudy skies, we should be up to 83 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with partly cloudy skies, we should be up to 87 degrees. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, we should be at 84 degrees. And 9 p.m. tomorrow night, we should be at 79 degrees with skies becoming mostly clear. And here's what the next 7 and 10 days have in store for us tomorrow. After tonight's low temperature, 73 degrees, of course, that is, we should now be in the mid to upper 60s for lows now, so we'll be several degrees above normal. Tomorrow, it will be humid with partly cloudy skies. I cannot rule out another brief small shower or two, but I'm not expecting anything much, so tomorrow will be a lot similar to today. Will be just slightly below normal. It will be humid with partly cloudy skies, high of 88, low of 72. Winds will be from the northeast at 7 miles per hour, chance of rain 10%. And Wednesday, similar conditions. It will be very warm and humid with mostly sunny skies, high of 92, low of 72. Winds will be from the east at 6 miles per hour, chance of rain 10%. Thursday, of course, it gets even warmer. Even hotter, even warmer for your Thursday. It will be very warm and humid with lots of sunshine, high of 95, low of 73. Winds will be from the northeast at 5 miles per hour, chance of rain 10%. Not much greater. Friday, of course, it gets even hotter. That's when we're going to have the ridge of high pressure above and beneath us. So we're definitely going to be tasting summer heading into Friday as we close out the work week. For your Friday, it will be hot with plenty of sunshine, high of 99, low of 70. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 5 miles per hour. No rains expected. Saturday, it will be another very warm day with plenty of sunshine, high of 94, low of 72. Winds will be from the southeast at 6 miles per hour. No rains expected. Sunday, it will be, of course, don't forget Sunday is the official first day of fall, and it's not going to feel like it, unfortunately. It will be very warm with partly cloudy skies, high of 93, low of 73. Winds will be from the south at 6 miles per hour, chance of rain 10%. Then Monday, as it gets into the start of next week, it will be very warm with plenty of sunshine, high of 92, low of 72. Winds will be from the southwest at 7 miles per hour, no rains expected. It looks like the warmth will continue into the better part of next week, say for plenty of sunshine with partly cloudy skies, highs in the low 90s for Tuesday of next week. That will be the 24th. Wednesday of next week, which was the 25th, we expect the partly cloudy skies with a chance of showers and storms. Highs will be in the low 90s. And then we get back to drying conditions, but very warm temperatures. Highs will be in the low 90s, and no rain is expected for next Thursday, which is the 26th. So, even though the start to fall is less than a week away, unfortunately, it is not going to feel like it. So, so this is a lag. So we have now made it to the last full week of summer officially, and of course, say for tomorrow, it's going to be the next 7 days are going to be feeling like a lot more like summer. So tomorrow we are forecast the top of that. So with the exception of tomorrow, I have high temperatures mainly in the 80s each day. With the exception of tomorrow with highs in the 80s, I forecast with highs in the 90s each of the next several days. Low 90s for Wednesday, mid 90s for Thursday, upper 90s Friday. Then we'll settle back into the low to mid 90s for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, a week from today. So very summer-like. So not tasting fall, and also your rain chances not looking very impressive. So 10%. So rain chances will be fairly slim to none over the next several days. The next best rain chance, keep my fingers crossed, development could be next Wednesday. That will be a week out from today. So not much rain is on the way for the next several days, unfortunately. So rain chance will be at 10% or less. So we're looking at an extended long stretch of dry weather. So looking at an extended long stretch of dry weather, along with very warm temperatures, very summer-like, Even though we're now starting the second half of September. So even though fall begins later this weekend, it is not going to feel like with highs reaching at least the low 90s. So very summer-like. Now I know I don't have much time. I'm gonna go over your NFL Week 2 scores very quickly. So yesterday, on Sunday, so the New Orleans Saints defeated the Dallas Cowboys. That's why you've seen me wearing the New Orleans Saints hat to celebrate their victory. Saints are now undefeated. The Saints improved to 2-0 by winning over the Dallas Cowboys 44-19. The Cowboys dropped to 1-1. Buccaneers 20, Lions 16. Packers 16, Colts 10. Jets 24, Titans 17. Vikings 23, 49-17. Seahawks 23, Patriots 20. Commanders 21, New York Giants 18. Chargers 26, Panthers 3. Browns 18, Jaguars 13. Raiders 26, Ravens 23. Cardinals 41, Rams 10. Steelers 13, Broncos 6. Kansas City Chiefs defeat the Cincinnati Bengals. I watched that game yesterday afternoon. Chiefs 26, Bengals 25, 1 point. Also last night on NBC, the Houston Texans defeated the Chicago Bears. Final score of that was Texans 19, Bears 13. The Houston Texans are also undefeated this season. Hopefully they can keep their perfect season alive. Also earlier tonight in the Monday Night Football matchup, the Atlanta Falcons defeat the Philadelphia Eagles by 1 point, 22-21. Those are your NFL Week 2 scores. And once again, congratulations to the New Orleans Saints. Are now 2-0 by defeating the Dallas Cowboys 44-19. A huge blowout. Next up, the New Orleans Saints will be at home this coming next Sunday to host the Philadelphia Eagles at noon. Also, later on Sunday afternoon, the Dallas Cowboys will be at home to host the Baltimore Ravens. So both the Saints and Cowboys will have their respective Week 3 games at home. This will complete my video for you guys here on this Monday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.